I'm Aaron Parnas, and in 2012, I founded RazorClicks with the sole goal of helping e-commerce businesses prosper. You probably already know this, but let me tell it to you straight up. There is no way to profitably run an e-commerce business using Google alone. If the only way you are getting sales to your website are from Google Ads or Facebook, you are losing money. The high cost of clicks are literally choking the growth of online businesses. Unless you have a really strong way of making money on the back end, you may as well stop now before you lose even more money. Again, you already know this. That's why you're here. The only way to capture the repeat business, which is where all the profit is made, is by having a supercharged email program that is designed to squeeze out as much revenue as possible from your customers at the least possible cost. Today, we manage the campaigns of highly successful e-commerce businesses and are responsible for driving millions of dollars of annual sales. How do we do this? Through email. If you don't want to hear the whole story about how we became really good at what we do, just scroll down to the bottom of this page and click on the button to schedule a call. I guess you do want to hang around and hear me talk some more. Around 5 years ago, we were going through the same thing, watching the price of clicks steadily increase to the point where it became impossible. So we doubled down on email, sending out dozens of campaigns every month in a desperate attempt to generate more sales. But it was a waste of time. People were ignoring our emails. Our open rates were pathetic. Our customers' performance was going from bad to worse until we figured out the reason. Why were our email campaigns doing so poorly? Because in order for email to work, it's got to be relevant. Customers aren't stupid. They can tell instantly if an email is relevant to them and when it's not. In order for a customer to buy from an email, they have to feel that it was sent to them for a reason. Let me share with you some of the lessons that we've learned over the past few years of doing email campaigns. Go into your Klaviyo account or MailChimp, doesn't matter, and start setting up two of the most critical parts of the strategy that you need to be successful with your email program. Number one, segments. Start dividing up your list into segments. We usually use 6 to 10 segments, but that sounds overwhelming. So start with 4. Here's the 4. A, VIPs. These are the people that buy from you and they buy a lot. B, drifters. These are the people that used to buy from you, but they haven't bought in a while. Watch out for these guys. C, flirters. These are the people that spend a lot of time on your site, open your emails all the time, seem to be very excited, but they never bought from you. D, these are the ghosters. These are the people that you haven't heard from, seen, or engaged with in some time. Now, ideally, you should be sending a separate message to each of these groups every time you send an email campaign. But I know that's not practical unless you have a whole team working on it. But at least once or twice a month, you should be sending a message to each one of these groups that's unique to that group that you don't send to any of the others. This is how you get your open rates sky high and when your customers finally start engaging with your emails. Now let's get to the second part of the strategy. Flows. MailChimp calls these journeys. And Klaviyo calls them flows, but they're the same thing. These flows are the hidden levers of an email campaign that are invisible to your competitors, but are the secret of any successful program. So I'm going to show you some flows which you could set up very easily in your account today. The most famous flow is called an abandoned cart flow. Somebody puts something in their cart. You wait 2 hours, send them an email. Wait another 2 hours, send them an email with a discount. wait 24 hours, send them a cart expiring email. That's one flow. But then there are a lot more flows that you could send. There are flows that you could send on somebody's birthday. There are flows 3 months after somebody purchased. There are flows that go out when somebody comes to a site after not being there for a while. And there are flows that are sent when a customer hasn't engaged with you after a certain amount of time. The beauty of flows are that once you set them up, they really work automatically behind the scenes and you don't have to touch them. If they're working well, just let them run. So together, these two fixes should increase your revenue from email by about 40 to 50%. So that means that if you're getting about $25,000 a month from email, you can easily be getting $37,000 to $40,000 in email just by implementing these two fixes. And that's before you start increasing your subscriber list with additional emails. Plus, you probably can safely increase the frequency of campaigns that you send every month without stealing from your current performance. It's not crazy to be able to double your current email performance following these steps within just a few months. Does that make sense? Now, I know that there are a lot of steps involved in making this happen. And even though I showed you exactly what to do, you might be nervous about doing it all yourself. So if you want to find out if we can help you achieve these kinds of results, scroll down below and click on the button to schedule a time to speak with me. I'll explain to you what kind of results to expect and if it makes sense for us to work together.